Max morning, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for joining us this evening, this afternoon, or morning, depending on where you are in the world. My name is Marie-Paul from Toronto, Canada, and I'm joined this evening by a great friend and team builder, Sylvie Cossette from Quebec City, Canada. Say hello, Sylvie.
Yes, hello. Glad to be here with you, Mary Paul, tonight.
Yes, this short presentation will give you an overview of what Max International and the opportunity you have to improve your health. Let's talk about health. Most people in the world today are exposed to very high levels of pollution and toxins. They suffer from high stress, poor diet, and lack of sleep. These issues are not helping our health. We know that deaths from non infectious diseases continue to rise. And according to the World Health Organization, the top two causes of death worldwide are heart disease and stroke. Diabetes, kidney disease, and others are adding to the leading cause of death globally. These trends definitely show us that there are health challenges in our world today. Taking care of our health is most critical. Health is wealth. We all heard we've all heard the saying, and taking good care of our bodies is the foundation for creating significant changes in our lives. Wouldn't you think so, Sylvie?
Yes, absolutely. We even have internet connection problems tonight.
There's all kinds of problems.
Yes, so we know that our overall health depends on the health of our individual cells. And, if our cells aren't healthy, then it's difficult for our bodies to be healthy. And if we take a look here at the slide, we can see what a healthy cell looks like on the left-hand side. And we can see how it's being affected by, toxins, pollution, free radicals, how it gets damaged, and it has an impact on our health. It's a bit like an apple. If you cut it and you leave it up exposed to fresh air and the rest, it's like it's rusting. So that's what's happening to our cells too, and that's how it's actually having an impact on our overall health.
Absolutely. And you know what, Sylvie? It's glutathione that keeps our cells healthy. After food, water, and oxygen, the fourth thing every cell needs to survive is glutathione. So
Absolutely. And you know what? Like the first time I heard about the, glutathione, I had no idea what it was, but it does exist. Well, they discovered glutathione I think, in the 1800s, but because we didn't know how to actually improve or get our body to produce more, it was like not talked about very much. But, I'm going to let you introduce like what exactly is glutathione.
yes, I'm glad that you asked, Sylvie. We produce it naturally in every cell in our bodies. It's our body's natural defense against the toxins, the pollution, and more. Every day, there are thousands of attacks on our cells. It is glutathione that protects us against these attacks. Without optimal glutathione levels, our cells cannot stay healthy. And we know that if our cells are not healthy, our bodies cannot be healthy.
Yes, we can never say enough about it. And, and people are usually, we wonder like, what are the advantages of having like, or the benefits of having optimal levels of glutathione? There are many of them, but here are just a few. We know that if, as long as our glutathione levels are optimal, then our immune system is stronger. So it also reduces inflammation in our cells. And we know today that, chronic inflammation has a direct relation to damage to our cells and also to diseases, chronic diseases. So it also helps to slow down the aging process. I don't know about you, Marie-Paul, but me, I very interested in slowing down the aging process for sure. We also have better energy, better sleep, reduced effects of stress. We have better mental focus and clarity. It also improves our performance, whether it's mental or physical. We get better stamina and recovery when we perform better when, even if we're just exercising, in the gym or like in the classroom, or just studying, or doing brain work in the boardroom, and even in the bedroom. So our overall health is improved, and we can feel it in our energy. That's the big plus for me.
Absolutely, Sylvie. However, from the age of 20, our glutathione levels starts to go down naturally, just due to aging, the normal aging. We usually lose 10 to 15% of our glutathione levels every decade. You can see that by the time we are in our 40s, 50s, and beyond, our glutathione levels are nowhere where they need to be healthy. Therefore, it's not surprising that we start to hear about health issues, lack of energy, aches and pains, trouble sleeping, and so many other complaints that we see um, with people getting older.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's just age related. But there's also other causes that actually accelerate the loss of glutathione. Stress, people underestimate, the impact that stress has on our health, but it does definitely have an impact on our glutathione levels. Poor diets, and we know today, even if we try to eat well, I mean, with everything they've done to the lands, with pesticides and how they even transform the food, it's incredible. We're not eating like we used to. Lots of toxins, illness will also lower your glutathione levels, alcohol and drugs also. And there's, other issues that will cause your, glutathione levels to go down even faster. And remember what we said, if you don't have optimal levels of glutathione, then our cells are not healthy. And, without healthy cells, then our bodies just can't be healthy, and we feel it like I said before, in our energy, aches and pains. So just it's not just aging, it's everything. Alcohol, pollution, stress, drugs just keep they just keep adding up, and our glutathione just keeps going down and down and down. And it has, if we just think about our health conditions, I'm sure you can name here a couple of diseases that are related to low glutathione levels, Marie-Paule.
Yes, absolutely. And in fact, there are over 74 diseases and health challenges associated with low glutathione. We talked about diabetes, hypertension, stroke, arthritis, kidney disease, and so many more that are just a few of the health challenges associated with low glutathione.
Oh, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, you speak to people that are in their 40s, 50s, and even younger, and that's what we hear, right? Diabetes. Oh, I've never had diabetes before, but now I do. Oh, I didn't have high blood pressure, but now I do. They just keep showing up. The magic age seems to be around 50, right? And so,
Absolutely.
yeah, so we've heard about the importance of glutathione, but people ask, well, why don't we just get more of it? Like it's always been a challenge. If you take glutathione in a pill or in a capsule, it just gets digested. It's not bioavailable, so your cells can't really use it like if it's produced by your own body. So it doesn't reach the organ cells where you really need them the most. And if you take glutathione by injection or intravenous, it's very short-lived, and it becomes very expensive. So it's not a very convenient or affordable, for most of us anyway. And so that brings us to the key question. So how can we effectively raise glutathione levels? Is there a solution, Marie-Paule?
Yes, I'm glad you asked. Max International has found a solution. It's ribosine. Ribosine, it's ribose and cysteine. It is a breakthrough in science that raises the glutathione level within our cells. As I mentioned, it's a combination of D-ribose and L-cysteine, where ribose is the simple sugar our body uses to make energy. And cysteine is an amino acid that it needs as one of the key components to make glutathione. The ribose protects the cysteine, getting it into our cells intact, where the ribose will now be available to produce energy. Actually, it's going to be ready to produce energy. And the cysteine is available to make glutathione. It's a little scientific, but just know that it works.
Yeah, it works. And the challenge was really to protect the cysteine so that it actually can make its way to our cells. And, we have Dr. Herbert T. Nagasawa, who is the inventor of ribosine. He's an amazing man, and he had over 45 years of professorship, and he spent 25 years of his life in scientific research to create ribosine. I was really baffled when I heard that. I said, how can you actually spend 25 years not knowing if you're going to find a solution? But he knew it would have an impact on people's health. So he just stuck to it, him and his team. And after 25 years, they actually created ribosine. And he has like 51 peer-reviewed studies. And I think it's even more now today. And I know for sure there's more to come.
Yeah,
And
it's the
most advanced glutathione support available in the world. And it's actually 300% more effective than the next best alternative at rising glutathione in the organ cells. And, we've already heard that glutathione is critical, for our health. So it's a really big deal, actually. So it's truly a science breakthrough that solves a real problem in the world today. And because it's only available from Max International, this gives us a great business advantage. And, it really makes it remarkable for everyone.
I agree with you, Sylvie. Ribosine can be found in Max International's breakthrough products. They are halal certified and approved by the required authorities in any countries where Max is officially open. All of our products are certified by the Banned Substance Control Group, BSCG, to have no banned substances. Therefore, they are safe for athletes and all of us to use. People love our products. When they run out, they're not happy. When they try them, they definitely come back for more and more.
Absolutely. And I mean, and it's really good. Like, we have a lot of athletes, right, that are on these products, and, it's very strict. They can't take, just about anything. And they definitely see an improvement in their performance when they're using. So if we take a look at this slide here, we're talking about Max 1. This is just strictly 100% ribosine, but it does its job. It raises the glutathione within the cells, and it's excellent for detoxification, energy, stamina, strength, reducing stress, or at least the effects of the stress, mental focus, sleep, skin health, and much more, like we discussed before. So it's not very complicated. You just take 2 capsules a day, one in the morning with a full glass of water. That's important to use a full glass of water to help the toxins get released from the body. And you'll feel the difference, probably, for sure.
Yes, definitely. And I take it with Celgevity, which is our most advanced formula. It contains not only ribosine, but 12 supporting ingredients to raise the glutathione within the cells. You would take 2 capsules in the morning, 2 in the evening, or late afternoon. I wouldn't take it mid-evening. You may not sleep because it'll give you a little bit too much energy. But most people will notice better energy, better mental focus, better sleep, and reduce aches and pains. For someone with a health challenge, however, sometimes the results can be life-changing, Sylvie. If you are aging and want to stay youthful, take Celgevity. If you've had health challenges and you're recovering, or if you're struggling with your health and running out of options, you must take Celgevity. It is important to note that our products are nutritional supplements. They are taken alongside your regular medication. They do not treat, cure, or prevent any diseases. All they do is give your body the precursor that the body recognizes to improve glutathione within the cells. When that happens, health can be remarkably improved. And the testimonies,
Absolutely.
yes, the testimonies that we see on these products alone are amazing all over the world. We never make promises on what Celgevity will do for you. We simply say, why don't you commit for 90 days and try the product and see for yourself. You'll surely have your own testimony to share. Sylvie, would you like to invite our guests to share a few
Yes, we
stories?
have we have two guests with us tonight that are actually going to share their testimonial with the products. Everybody that tries the products has a different experience, because we understand that, depending on what part of our body is being attacked by lack of glutathione, it can have a different impact on everybody. So how about if we start with Barbara Ann tonight? Barbara Ann Gagnon, yes.
Thank you. Well, thanks for having me tonight. My name is Barbara Ann Gagnon. I am an entrepreneur and I teach piano lessons in a mobile piano studio. I go to every school and I connect to the school and I teach from there. So it's pretty cool. But I'm 68 years old and I've been on Max for 15 years. Different things. It's the words that I just have to say, the words that I've spoken here tonight are very true. Not to be taken lightly. They are. This is really, really an excellent product. So what I'm talking about tonight is every woman goes through this, and every man has a woman or a significant other that is going through it, and of course that's menopause. And so the symptoms, everybody has their own symptoms, dizziness, headaches, inflammation in the body, weight gain. It's like your body's betraying you and you just don't know what to do about it. Yeah, I see everybody nodding. So what I did is I took the Celgevity, and in about 3 weeks, I found all of my symptoms were slowly disappearing. And I thought, wow, this is kind of amazing. So I went to my doctor and I went for my checkup. And I said my main concern was going through menopause and, what's happening to me. And so he checked me out, and he was like, wow, you got away easy with this. Like, you're just sailing through this. And I'm like, wow, I know why. So, So, I think that every woman, when they're taking this, they should go see their health practitioner to really make sure that things are okay. And with me, I sailed right through it. And so, Max is a huge factor in the way that I live, and it helps me enjoy my life. So, yay. Thank you.
I'm with you, Barbara, on the menopause. I went through menopause like butter in the pan. No symptoms.
Yeah.
Right. So now I would like to ask Mireille to share your story. Mireille, you have a good one too.
Well, thank you so much, and good evening. And my name is Mireille Benguet, and I currently live in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And I discovered Max International about 8 years ago. I was living in the west coast of our beautiful country on Vancouver Island, retired from, the corporate world and teaching fitness part-time. So lo and behold, I'm in my 50s, and I've got a fitness studio, and it's not necessarily a story that everybody can relate to, but perhaps some of the athletes out there can relate to this. So I went from teaching, 3-4 classes a week to teaching 5 times a day and personally training clients and taking care of my own household and my dogs. And within a year, it was absolutely tremendously hard to go from being on, and while I was on doing everything that I did, and especially teaching and taking care of my members, I was fine. But once I got home and sat down on the sofa, you couldn't peel me off even if you tried. Everything hurt. Recovery was really hard. And to think, I was going to be doing this for the next, God knows how long, was just absolutely excruciating. And I had a dear friend who cared about me, and she was also a former ballet dancer, who told me about Max. And within a period of, I'm talking a few days, I got up in the morning and I just felt like, wow, I was on top of the world in terms of, the aches and pains were gone. My recovery time in my 50s was tremendous. And right away, my members noticed and started to ask, how did I maintain what I did? And folks, it was just, life-changing, anti-inflammatory, more energy, recovery time. And fast forward just during COVID, the studio got slammed, of course, like most fitness facilities, and I was still working online a lot. And I had the misfortune of having an infection, and it attacked, the weakest part of my body. My left knee had had ski injuries and this and that, and to be honest with you, I almost died in the hospital from this streptococcal. And if it wasn't for quite a few years of longevity in my body, my recovery was, shocking to my surgeon, to my doctors. They kind of looked at me and I told them about it, but we have to respect traditional medicine. They don't always want to believe. But yeah, I was kind of an anomaly in the hospital as people watched me recover as if, I hadn't had that severe infection. So I can't say enough about longevity. If you haven't had the pleasure, I think you owe it to yourself to try it. Try it for 90 days, like my dear colleagues just shared with you. Everybody has their own way of reacting to it, own benefits that they see, but this is something that I will never stop taking. My body's worth it. And even at 55, I was talking to some colleagues today, and one of my colleagues, young colleagues who's 30 next year, looked at me and said, "You're what?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm 55. She goes, "You don't look a day over 30. I don't act it either." So, and
Thank you, Mireille. We've all had our own story to share with the world, and we'll continue to do so.
Exactly.
This is the end of our official presentation. And Sylvie, I want to thank you, and I want to thank our guests, Barbara Ann and Mireille. And if you want to know more, talk to the person who invited you to this presentation, no matter where you are in the world, and they will provide you with more information. So, Sylvie, thanks for being my partner in crime tonight, and we'll talk to you soon.
Yes, it was great to share with you, Marie-Paul.
Good night, everybody.
See you soon.